Hey guys! Okay, I'm trying to put this in like a super precarious spot. This is very awkward. Okay, this is a little better. Hold on. Bear with me. Hold on. Okay, that's better. Let's get the thing of rubber bands out of your face. So a little bit of feedback. I kind of am digging the going live more than like trying to film a video. I think the unedited, not that I edit myself, but like taking the pressure off of being edited in future works well for me. So, I happen to be kind of like Santa workshopping at the moment, and I'll show you, and I'll totally do a full-on tutorial down the line when the time comes. But if you guys notice, I pretty much wear the same style of earrings. Very Joanna Gaines, very on trend, whatever. There's a reason. There's also a reason that I have my wedding band tattooed. It says I do. After 13 years of wearing the same ring, again, I'm going to try to look to the camera part. It's hard, guys. And 3 babies, my body decided you're allergic to like a bunch of metal. Have fun! And the same ring, I was there when he bought it. It's a white gold, really nice ring, that I've worn for 13 years. A year and a half ago, was leaving like a burn mark on my body. Yes, it had been rhodium dipped multiple times. Yes, I took care of it. Yes, I tried putting clear nail polish on the inside of it so that it was like nope. Pretty much the response was, get a platinum ring. And I'm like, give me thousands of dollars. So I couldn't wear my wedding ring and my engagement band, and I love them. And so I started wearing like those sports silicone bands. Black, really, if you ask me what my favorite color is, I'd probably say green, but the reality is it's black. All the things I pick are black. And so I was wearing a black, like one of those sports rings because I want to wear a wedding band. But like water gets under it, and I was wearing it like 24/7. So like water gets under it, and then you get like that like raisin hand and foot thing if you're in the pool for too long on my hand. And while I wasn't having an allergic reaction any longer, I didn't like that. So that sucked. Simultaneously, the same diamond studs that my parents gave me, thanks Mom and Dad, for my college graduation, white gold, beautiful studs that I wore, never took off, every day, cleaned on occasion when appropriate, but wore them all the time. My ears started itching. Like, no. So anyways, I was watching Fixer Upper one day and got pissed off that Joanna Gaines can wear these really cute earrings, and I really want to wear those earrings, but even if I tried to buy those earrings, I can't wear those earrings because within an hour, if it is not platinum or titanium, I thought, platinum or titanium, like I will get itchy red and it's super, super painful. So what I did was, sitting in bed, I started researching true hypoallergenic metals. Platinum came up, titanium came up, and niobium came up. And so platinum's out of the question. So I went and researched. Let's see if I can like talk and cut at the same time. I'm cutting leather. Went and researched titanium and niobium fish hook. Where's an example? This is called a fish hook, this like type of earring hook. Fish hook. My mom started making her own like bracelets. I get this like crafty bone in my body from my mother. I'm actually in my craft room. It's a hot mess. My kids do like sweet little art, and so it gets put in mommy's craft room. Anyways, and there's laundry behind me, but like there's crafty stuff over there. Anyways, I get this crafty bug from my mom, and then I get this like, I can do that myself, I think, from my dad. Like I can figure that out, how to do that myself. Anyways, whoever I get it from, they work well together, because then I end up getting feisty. I don't know really where I get feisty from. Y'all don't know. I'll tell you a secret. My mom's pretty damn feisty. She looks all sweet and like she would never hurt a fly. She's feisty. Maybe that's where I get feisty from. My dad gets feisty on occasion. Anyways, not in my family history. Back to earrings. So I got feisty and was pissed. Earring. Base of that guy. And I researched niobium fish hook and found an online marketplace where you can buy the jump rings, which are like the little circles that you use to like, I need them for actually I can show you. There's a backing here. I have to put a backing because they're so lightweight. You have to have one of those little like backings. So this little like ring thing that's on here. So there's a fish hook and then there's this ring and then there's leather. So fish hook, jump ring, little random backing thing, timer going off, and then leather. So I found a website, can't even remember the name of it right now, that sells niobium and titanium fish hooks. But then digging a little deeper, the color in the titanium is a color coating and it's not through and through. So if you were to get like antique, bronze or black or silver, it's plated, and I did not want to take any chances. And then I learned with niobium, the color's through and through, so it won't ever flake. So I opted for niobium. Guys, seriously, I pay very little for these earring hooks. I want to say like around $1 and change for a pair. And started experimenting with different leathers just from my craft store. My favorite leather, honestly, to work with, and I've worked with a couple of them, including going when I was back in California to a really cool leather shop. My favorite leather to work with is Cricket. They have this like leather, like they would work with Cricut that you can do like all these fun things, like if you have a Cricut die cutting machine. And I like it because it is leather, it holds up like leather, but it doesn't curl like these guys are curling because it doesn't have like a firm back. And the leather guy at the specialty leather store, love all the names, told me that like I could try and dip the leather in like a mixture of like water and wood glue to give it a little more stiffness, and I'm like, I'll just stick with my Cricut leather, and I can easily get it at my local craft store. So, black, this like camel brown color, dark brown, and then there's metallics. There's like champagne, there's rose gold, and so my two favorite shapes are the feather, which is what I'm currently sporting today, which I pretty much have two pairs. I have black and I have brown. I also have the champagne and the rose gold for myself, but I tend to sport the black and the brown like on the daily. And then I also, because it's stupid easy, do bars. And I've also done bars where like the bottom quarter of it, third, is gold, and I use a gold Sharpie. So I did open up an Etsy shop because I started making them for myself, and that's actually where the name Gentle Grace got started. It's called Gentle Grace Adornments, and threw them up online and got a decent amount of orders. Honestly, I get more orders from my local friends who see me in them all the time. I'm having a hard time finding my line. And they're like, I want a pair of those. And then they buy more pairs, and then their friends are like, I want some. And so I tend to get more word of mouth, like orders. But really, my orders just keep me in my habit of making my own jewelry. Like I said, I've used a couple other brands that you can find in the craft stores. One's called, I think, like Reflections. I've got it somewhere. And again, it doesn't have the firmest backing, but they've got some really pretty, I have an example I can give you. They've got some really pretty, like, embossing. Like, this teal is a reflection. As you can see, that's actually an earring. See, the hole's already punched. And what I do is I go straight across there and I make this part gold. That's something that's on my website. But they've got, like, these, it's teal with, like, a brown embossed thing. These don't curl. This one doesn't curl as bad. This is a little bit thinner, and this curls. See how it's like flump, 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 and this is like not so flump. And then there's this one that's like not gonna flump much. Something just happened outside. I don't know, my husband's out there dealing with it. Anyways, so I'm sitting here and I'm making Christmas gifts. I'm making Christmas gifts for teachers. I'm making Christmas gifts for a couple close friends. And thought I'd pop on and sort of talk about it. I put them in these little cello bags. My dear friend Annie, who created, does that look familiar? Gentle Grace Adornments, created these little business cards for me, and I pop them in the bag whenever I give them to friends, and then my friends end up asking me for like multiple, because people ask them like, oh, cool. And I've gotten some really nice, sweet little following and some really sweet orders. Again, not enough to be like, oh, I'm making earrings, I'm making lots of money, but it's enough to keep me in my own habit, like these camel ones I just made myself. I had a darker brown. These are, you can't tell, this isn't doing it justice. It's much lighter, more camel. Actually, if I flip it around, it's actually more closer to that color, which is the back, than it's when it's coming off on camera is like a dark brown. Anywho, it keeps me in my habit, and it keeps me being able to give them away as gifts. And on occasion, I make enough that I can buy a cool tool, like this little punchy tool, instead of using a really big needle that was not super convenient. And it's fun. So if you have any questions, or want me to do a tutorial, let me know. I hope you guys are having a happy Saturday. I'm gonna go pick my kid up from a birthday party. I got soup that's sitting here that my husband gave me that probably is gonna get eaten in the car. Anyways, Merry Christmas, everybody, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye. Boop, boop, boop. Boop. End.